Hello viewers, welcome to our channel Tech Street. In our previous video, we have seen introduction to data structures. Now in this video, let's understand the different types of data structures. There are two types of data structures. The first one is primitive and the other one is non-primitive. These primitive data structures that are built in programming language itself, which are available for the programmers for use. The first one is integer. It is used to represent integer values, which can store both positive and negative whole numbers like 0, 1, -2, and so on. It has a fixed size of 4 bytes in memory. And the next one is float. It is used to represent floating point numbers, which store real numbers that require a decimal point, like pi, which is 3.14, or -2.5, and so on. It has a fixed size of 4 bytes in memory. And the next one is character, which represents a single character, like a digit, letter, or symbol. It has a fixed size of 2 bytes. And the last one is boolean. It represents a logical value, whether it can be true or false. It has a fixed size of 1 byte. Now let's understand non-primitive data structure. This non-primitive data structure is categorized into two types. The first one is linear data structure and the other one is non-linear data structure. This linear data structure is a way of organizing the data in a sequence where each element is connected to the next one in a straight line. Think of like a line of people waiting for a bus where each person stands one after the other. Where nonlinear data structures are organized that are not sequential. Instead of straight line, the elements are arranged in a more complex structure. This linear data structure is divided into two types. The first one is static and the other one is dynamic. The static data structure is of fixed size and allocate memory at the compile time itself, whereas dynamic data structure it's not a fixed size, it varies and it allocates memory at the runtime. Examples of static data structure are array and examples of dynamic data structure are linked list, stack and queues. Whereas examples of non-linear data structure are trees and graphs. Let's look into them in detail. Let's start with linear data structures. The first one is arrays. An array is a collection of items stored at continuous memory locations. For example, here the list of numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 which store in a memory in a continuous location. Next one is linked list. A series of connected nodes where each node contains a data and a reference to the next node. Imagine like a chain where each link is connected to the next. The next one is stacks. Is also a collection of items that follows a last in and first out principle. For example, consider a stack of plates. You add a new plate at the top and remove the top plate first. And the next one is queues. Queues are also a collection of items that follows first in and first out principle. Think of a line at each checkout counter. The first person in the line is first to be served. Now let's look into non-linear data structures. The first one is tree. Tree is a hierarchical structure where each element are called node. The top node is called root and each node can have 0 or more chain nodes. For example, think of like a family structure where top node is called the grandparent and the parent node which has chain nodes and also a chain node which that descends from the another node and finally a leaf node which has no children. Now look into the graphs. A graph is a collection of nodes which are also called vertices and the connections between these nodes are called edges. For example, consider a social network where each person can be treated as a node and each friendship is an edge between the two nodes. The structure can represent complex relationships and interactions. In our next video, let's understand different types of algorithms. If you like this video, please share with your friends and don't forget to subscribe our channel TechStreet.